We'll call our regular city council meeting to order. It is Monday, May 6, 2013, 7 p.m. If there's anyone present who may require special assistance to participate at this public meeting, please let us know and we'll try to assist you. Roll call.
Mayor Fetter. Here. Councilmember Crum.
Here.
Councilmember Fouch.
Here.
Councilmember Johnson.
Here.
Councilmember Clark.
Here.
Councilmember LaFever.
Here.
Okay, that's a little better. Agenda item number 3 is to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved. I'll second the motion.
Are there any questions or comments? Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fouch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Tonight's agenda has been approved. Agenda item number 4 is approve the consent agenda. This is the approval of the minutes of the April 22nd, 2013 City Council meeting. Set date of Monday, May 20th, 2013 for our next regular City Council meeting. Approved claims register and cash report. And building permits were approved for the Harrison County Humane Society and Justin Gokenauer.
What's the main study?
Adding
on in the back?
That you have for an addition, so.
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Okay, any questions or comments on the consent agenda? Okay, Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fouch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Tonight's consent agenda has been approved. Agenda item number 5 is to set date of May 20th, 2013 at 6:45 p.m. For a public hearing to amend the fiscal year 2012-2013 budget.
I'll make a motion, we set the date for 6:45 on the 20th for the public hearing.
I'll second.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments on this motion? Okay, Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fouch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Agenda item number 5, set date of May 20th at 6:45 for public hearing has been approved. Agenda item number 6 is discuss and approve bids for updates to water plant. Scott.
Okay, I finally got this from Jetco this afternoon, and been talking to John back and forth, and basically he wasn't exactly knowing what we wanted. So I basically read him what Lakeland Engineering was bidding. Well, when he came back, he the way it looks to me and the way I talked to him this afternoon, he wants to use a computer that stays at the plant. And everything would be right there and could be hooked up to the internet instead of going with a laptop, and then we could use a laptop. He has that as an additional cost. And I talked to him about that, why we couldn't just use a laptop, and he didn't think that would be what would work. I really don't know where he's coming from, because I told him exactly what Lakeland was bidding. So if you add his bid there at the top, on this addition, Marilyn should have got that to you, if you can see there. And then if we wanted to go with a laptop also, that's about $11,000 to add on to the previous bid. $11,000. What did I say? 11.
You still said 11,000, that's why you moved.
It's 11,000 additional. That would be, as well as the bid's 8,000 for the computer, and then another $2,850 for a laptop. So that's actually going to put them fairly close, but would make Jetco just a little bit higher. Just if we didn't go with a laptop, they'd be a hair cheaper. And if we went with the laptop, a little higher. My recommendation, I would like to see us, I've talked to some other people that use Lakeland Engineering, Jerry's, his company, and Jim Edelman, they use them at school in Underwood, said they were excellent. Well, and of course we use Bud for all these years, and as close as these are, I would much rather work with Lakeland because of their knowledge of our plant at this time, you know, the way it works almost as good as I do, so that would make things, the transition, I believe, much easier since we're fairly close here on the money. I guess that would be my recommendation, so. That other, at the bottom, I asked him about that $4,700. That would be some additional software if we wanted to be able to tie in with the DNR and add like filter trends and my tower level trends and things like that onto DNR reports right to them, which that is something that we don't need to do. We don't have to report that kind of information. So he just threw that on there in case we were interested in something like that. So what we have, and Lakeland also told me that we will have some trend information, but it's just not going to be able to be processed and sent to the DNR, which we don't need to do that anyway, so.
Well, we did discuss the merits last council meeting. We also discussed each of the bids and a little bit of history of each of these companies. I think where we left it was going back to Jetco and just seeing if we could get an apples for apples comparison. I think also last time we all agreed that we felt more comfortable with Lakeland because of our long-term relationship with them and with Bud DeGraff as well too. And now that we do have a like-for-like bid, I would make a motion to approve the Lakeland bid. That's for $59,843.
I'll second that.
And I did some quick figuring here just so that everybody will know. The Lakeland bid is $59,843, as Mike mentioned. If we go with Jetco and add their computer and then also bought, if we added just their standalone desktop computer, it is $58,071. If we added in the laptop, they would be at $60,921. So. Are there any other questions or comments on this motion? Okay, if not, I have a motion and a second to go with Lakeland in the amount of $59,843. Councilmember LaFever,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Fouch,
Aye.
and Crum.
Aye.
Okay, the bid with Lakeland has been approved for the update to the water plant. Okay, agenda item number 7 is discuss employee wage raises. I know that I'd sent out the forms recently, and I know that I don't think that anybody's got to them yet, except Scott. He's got his done, so.
Can you get copies of those? Is there a chance to send those to us maybe next week?
Yep.
Okay.
Then if we could get everybody's like next Monday, and I'll put something together to send back out to everybody so that, that's why I said next Monday. I'm in the same situation. So, but you know, for the next council meeting, maybe we can have something ready so that the employees know where they're at as far as for the year, and maybe we can get their evaluations into them. So, and if anybody needs those printed out, just let me know. I know I did an attachment, so I can send it back to you. Agenda item number 8 is appoint landfill commission representative. I know it was suggested last time that it would be I, but right now I can't commit to that. Things could change later on. But I know like this week I'm out, and the next meeting I would miss, so think it'd be better to appoint somebody else at this time, so. And there is an opening, I will tell you, there is an opening on the planning and zoning, and I would be willing to take that. There's 2 openings there, and I will accept the one, if you guys want to appoint me to that later on, so.
What we doing, what I didn't.
Planning and zoning. So at the next meeting, if you want, I would accept that one, but this time I didn't.
He's offering a concession. As we discussed last time, I think we're all a little reluctant based on the Wednesday night continued timing of that meeting. But I'm willing to spread the pain, so to speak. I don't know about the others. I haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody else about it, but I'd be willing to step in for my rotation through that. I'm reluctant to take it all on, but until we get somebody to do that, or I can do that, that's what I'm offering at this point. Any takers on sharing that?
I'll take it a time or two.
Okay, thanks, Benny.
I won't be able to do it very long since I'll be
Understand.
going off, but I'll take it a time or two.
And I can fill in too.
I think we got
Okay.
Somebody.
Just so you know, one thing that they do, I believe, is the representative is the only one that's allowed to vote. So the other ones will just be there. I don't know if you can actually put in a rotation. I will find out from Dan. I'll talk to him and see if he can do it as a rotation.
pass that baton.
Right, but otherwise, if we have a schedule, you can accept that. I don't know, but I'll find out, so. That, I've got to figure out if he can do that. So I'm not sure what their bylaws are out there. So I will ask him. I'll get a hold of him this week, find out. So
Appoint somebody.
you could do that. I don't know if you want to do that every meeting, so. Yeah, I'll find out more information.
If they don't want to do that, I would be willing to take it on until the December.
Okay, I'll get more information and get back to you guys, let you know.
Yeah. Backs down.
Okay, agenda item number 9, discuss the Rosningham sewer bill. As you've all seen, they had a leak at one of their rental houses. They had problems shutting off the water. Scott and Boone were both there. They did witness that everything was pumped out of the basement, and there was no drain in the basement. Is that correct? So this water did not go down the sewer. As in past practice, if that can be proved, we have dropped the sewer portion of the bill. They still would have to pay the water portion. So it's up to the council if that's what they would like to do.
And Nick and I talked about it, and I talked with several of
Nick and I talked about it a little bit and reviewed it, and one of the things that he brought up was regarding the time that Boone and Scott came out on, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and spent on time and a half, finding that, plugging that, fixing that kind of deal, and he said it was about a couple hours. So one of the concessions we were looking at making on this is that they paid this whole bill. This is basically a refund, correct? We have this money currently, was to offer them a refund less that time of Scott's and Boone's when they came out. We have a couple different calculations, but I'm willing to propose $100 straight. One calculation comes up a little more than 100, and one comes up a little less. So I'm proposing $100 difference than the number of 756. So 656.12 would be my recommendation to the council, and Nate, do you have anything to add to that? It's off.
Scott, how's that usually handled? Do we just go out and do it generally?
Usually, like in this case, though, and Skip brought up Good Moines, and when I talked to Boone about it, we did use our equipment, our pump, everything like that, and usually, if we do use our equipment, then we have a rate that we charge for that, for our time. If I just went out and turned the water off, and everything, it's not a big deal. A lot of times I don't even put anything down for that, so. But we were there a couple hours with 2 guys, and we did use our equipment to pump it out, so I talked to Skip today about it, and I think that's probably, and I think they would be okay with that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
The basement was sort of full, so.
Yeah, that was
And there was
full.
nobody living at the house at the time, so there was no usage from anybody living there. So what was on the meter was what we, so I think they would be all right with that.
Did we get a call, or did you go out? Was there, what initiated it? I don't recall.
They called me.
They called you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion on that, how do we do that?
Yeah, just need a motion to make.
I make a motion that we offer a refund to the Rosenhans for their sewer portion of their bill for $656.12.
I'll second that.
Okay, are there any other questions or comments? Okay, I have a motion and a second. Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fauch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Motion has carried for $656.12 for refund. Agenda item number 10 is discuss and approve new Class C liquor, outdoor service, and Sunday sales license for Timers Pub. Which is this, which building are they going into? They're going into the old Luke's, okay. Kind of what I wondered, but
I make a motion to approve new Class C liquor, outdoor service, and Sunday sales license for Timers Pub.
I'll second that.
okay, are there any questions or comments? A motion and a second. Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fauch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Okay, agenda item number 10 has been approved. Agenda item number 11, discuss and approve donation and appointing representative to Harrison County Crime Stoppers. They've asked for a $300 donation. I don't see where we did one last year. We had a couple years before. You'll see that there were quite a few years in there where we didn't. At that time they were disbanded. They disbanded for a while, and then they started back up. That's when we started giving them a donation again. They'd also like to see a representative there, whether it be from the council or an officer once in a while, go up and give a report and listen in.
I had more questions than answers on that.
I have more questions than answers on that piece. I don't know when we've been involved in the past and how a county Crime Stoppers differentiates from a city Crime Stopper or a local neighborhood Crime Stoppers, and what, basically, in a nutshell, what do we get back? What do we get back from this kind of an organization locally? Anybody have any of those answers?
I don't. I do know that quite some time back that they did. They helped solve a couple crimes in Logan. I don't know if it was the recent years or longer years. I don't know if there's anybody here from Harrison County Crime Stoppers. No. Okay. So what we could do, if you wanted, we could have them send a representative to the next council meeting if that's what you
I mean,
might do.
the letter was nice, but there was a lot of more questions, like I said, than answers when I started going through it, and I tried to figure it out on the internet and stuff. I still wasn't exactly sure how it worked out there.
Okay.
Elmer, are you familiar?
We don't, most of the police departments in Harrison County don't use it. They don't belong. And there again, we have other means of getting our information, spreading our information, so that's like, and it's quicker and faster the other way than what it is through Crime Stop. And I believe that's a countywide organization. I believe the only one that sends one, and that could be the sheriff.
Have we ever had a local?
We have not. This is the first time they've ever asked for a representative to go, so as far as to my knowledge, so. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I would, like you, I would be concerned with the fact of how much have they helped in the last several years, and what do they brought forth, and what do they do, and how they do it.
We can contact them and have them send one of their representatives here to answer some questions then.
Yeah, it's basically $300. What are we getting for that?
Yep.
I mean, it may be a great cause, be worthwhile. I'd like to feel better about it. Okay.
Agenda item number 12, this is approved resolution 13-07. This is a resolution naming Depository First National Bank of Logan, Iowa.
Make a motion to approve resolution 13.07, naming depository First National Bank of Logan, Iowa.
I'll second it.
Okay, resolution 13-07, this is a resolution naming depositories. Be it resolved by the City Council of Logan in Harrison County, Iowa, that we do hereby designate the following named banks to the depositories of the City of Logan in Harrison County. Funds and amounts not to exceed the amount named opposite each of said designated depositories, and the city treasurer and or city clerk and or deputy clerk hereby authorized to deposit the City of Logan, Harrison County funds in amounts not to exceed in the aggregate the amounts named for the said banks as follows to wit. Name of depository is First National Bank of Logan, Iowa. Maximum deposit under a prior resolution was $2 million. Maximum deposit under this resolution will also be $2 million. Dated Logan, Iowa, this 8th day of May 2013. Are there any questions or comments on this resolution? I have a motion and a second. Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Councilmember Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fauch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Resolution 13-07 has been approved. Agenda item number 13, this is approved resolution 13-08, a resolution naming depository Community Bank of Logan, Iowa.
Make a motion to approve resolution 13-08, naming depository Community Bank of Logan.
I'll second it.
Okay, resolution 13-08, resolution naming depositories. Be it resolved by the Logan City Council of Logan in Harrison County, Iowa, that we do hereby designate the following named banks to the depositories of the City of Logan in Harrison County, funds in the amounts not to exceed the amount named opposite each of said designated depositories, and the city treasurer and or city clerk is hereby authorized to deposit the City of Logan, Harrison County funds in amounts not to exceed in the aggregate the amounts named for said banks as follows to wit. Name of depository is Community Bank in Logan, Iowa. Maximum deposit effect under prior resolution was $2 million. Maximum deposit under this resolution is also $2 million. Dated Logan, Iowa, this 6th day of May, 2013. Oh, sorry. Are there any questions or comments? Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fauch.
Aye.
And Crum.
Aye.
Resolution number 13-08 has been approved. Agenda item number 14 is citizens' questions and comments. If we have none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Councilmember LaFever.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Fauch. And Crum.
Aye.
Nice motion. Meeting's been adjourned. Thank you, everyone.